and the man in charge of the Sardha bell, Ashutosh.
Okay, so Harsh, Zoram, listen my instruction carefully. It should be a good and clean bow. I don't want any fouls such as
Alright,
headbutt,
as we begin
low blow,
the evening
belts,
today with
and
this
clinching.
two-
Whenever I say breaks, you have to step
These
up.
two fantastic
right?
fighters.
Most importantly,
I know
you
you want
have
to
to
say a
protect
lot,
yourself all the time.
but let's hold on to it. Once the
Touch your
game
gloves.
begins, we have
Back
lots
to
to
your
share
corner.
about these two fighters.
Right, absolutely, James. I mean, just for our viewers here, right? What's this fight going to look like? It's expected that Zoramchhana will start off very strong, right? He's going to he's a very high energy fighter, and this means if Saroha is going to win this, it's going to look like he's got to be successful controlling the distance, using and reach and timing for counters. And in the early rounds, if you're going to see Zoramchhana win this, he's got to set a high pace early. That's what I expect we're going to see here.
Absolutely.
And it's on Zoramchhana's offense and Saroha's defense.
Yeah. But if you look at the stats of Zoramchhana, he's got 22. He beat somebody who wins 22-3 record. And then if you look at Harsh, even he's got 6 wins and 0 losses and 2 draws. The fight is going to be ultimate. Let's look at it. Do you think they're going to take all the rounds? Or what's your strategy here?
Yeah. I think this is going to go the distance because Harsh is a defensive specialist and a counter puncher. It's not going to be easy to land a high percentage of these punches for Zoramchhana. Harsh, right now, Harsh is on. He still has got very good composure. If you see, he's quickly retreating onto his back foot, going out of range as Zoramchhana comes in, and he's playing that range battle. He's being a little difficult to gauge in terms of range. As Zoramchhana advances, Harsh is sometimes going a little forward, sometimes staying a little back, creating elements of confusion there.
Absolutely. So we were talking to him yesterday. We just asked him, what's your age? Do you know he's just 18 years old and he's doing a pro boxing? That's an amazing thing to encounter.
Yeah, that's really quick growth, honestly. He's somebody to look forward to in coming years. Today is a true test of his work so far.
Absolutely. You look at Zoramchhana, utilizes rapid footwork and is swift with his combinations, which definitely outmaneuvers the opponents.
A little bit of distance gauging happening right now.
Yeah, that's
lands
a guard.
something. Oh, that lands flush.
That's a guard. That's
That
a
lands
guard and a
flush.
deliver sharp one. Well-timed punches, right? Often dictating the pace of the fight.
Oh, things got a little rough here. They tangled up a bit. Sweet show by both these boxers going on, and pretty much in lines of what we expect. Zoramchhana is a very high energy boxer.
Yes.
It's expected that he will shine in these early rounds.
Absolutely. But look at Harsh. Harsh's combinations are good. Look at his head movement and just making his opponent miss by inches. Every time he takes a punch, he's making him miss the punch.
Harsh is definitely making him miss. Not too much of head movement here though. He's mostly using distance. He's stepping a little in sometimes, a little off sometimes, keeping his weight. His chin is a little high. That's the end of round 1.
Well, Zoramchhana's got a ultimate ring control, if you ask me. Ring control and the angles, what he places with his opponent is amazing.
Both boxers stepping in and out. And Zoramchhana being more attacking of the two boxers. Definitely, Saroha's defensive reactions have mostly been in terms of range control. Very little of slips and other head movements visible here.
Everybody is watching this, globally everybody is watching. And all eyes are on the fighters.
as far as Harsh is concerned, that Harsh will get opportunities
He will.
to land strong counters.
He
And he has to wait
He will.
patiently and watch for those opportunities.
Absolutely, it's just the first round, and I'm sure Harsh is still moving, and that's an elite level of conditioning right here.
A fair amount of range control happening as Zoramchhana steps inside both boxes, is struggling to strong connections there because of the speed at which Zoramchhana is entering.
Absolutely.
And Harsh is also changing range.
Yeah.
That continues here. Zoramchhana has landed a couple of strong jabs to the midsection over these last 2 rounds. These are strong investments for later rounds. It'll drain the fight.
What's impressive here about Harsh is he shifts the gears in the mid-fight. He doesn't just fight one way, he finds your weakness and attacks it. If you look at round
That's
one
a
and round
knockdown.
two, yeah.
That's a knockdown which just happened. The referee resets the match. Beautiful, beautiful pivots by Harsh. As Zoramchhana comes in, he has changed his strategy. He's now pivoting out there. Okay. They tie up.
Yeah.
They tie up.
And
Oh, a punch to the back of the head.
Zoramchhana's
The referee wants him.
ring IQ. He demonstrates strong understanding of ring control and often resting to maintain dominance. What a performance by Zoramchhana.
If you look at Harsh's footwork, it's something to watch out for. There is a lot of lateral movement by Harsh. Zoramchhana more solid and more in and out. So it's more a pendulum movements of Zoramchhana versus lateral L movements and pivots of Harsh.
It's very
Beautiful
impressive.
essaying
It's
of
very
you.
impressive when an 18 years old steps up inside the ring. He doesn't rush. Instead, he breaks down his opponent systematically, round by round. And look at the punches. His defensive moments are very effective.
Approaching the end of the round 2 in another 20 seconds.
Zoramchhana just moving forward, capitalizing every moment. What
Zoramchhana
he's just creating
lands
for
a hook
himself.
there. Harsh is really playing this game well. I mean, he's really able to take the pressure of Zoramchhana off him. He's just struggling at this point to make good connections back. And that's something I expect he will get his sense of distance a lot better as the rounds go on.
Absolutely, like I said, it's too early for both of them to touch them. Maybe round 3 is going to be a decision making for them.
Both boxers getting advice from their corners. One part of the match under, and we have 4 more rounds to go as the boxers take advice from their corners. Couple of highlights of Harsh fighting off the back foot, especially when the pressure, and rarely allows himself to get corners of bottom on the ropes. Saroha has had a lot of his success criteria. I mean, he's controlled the distance, but he's not able to really reach and time those counters yet.
Absolutely.
And that's something he will look to start addressing right away as we get into, more of. So we have 2 rounds done. Both of them are quite seeing each other out.
Yep.
At this point, we are maturing into this match.
Absolutely, but if you look at Harsh and Zoramchhana is excellent in maintaining a high work rate. You know, his cardio is excellent. If you look at him, look at his footwork, he's just moving. He's not in one place, right?
Zoramchhana having a lot more volume.
Yeah.
He's throwing a lot more punches, so he's missing a few, but he's definitely landing more than Harsh here. Oh, Harsh landed that
It's
one.
unbelievable to just encounter
You
the
see the
crowd
Harsh
in this arena.
So what you see right now is that the right hooks of Harsh has started landing clean
Absolutely.
now. There again. So
Yes.
he's got
He's observing.
Zoramchhana has got a guard, but he's
observing,
absorbing that through his guard.
Absolutely. 18 years and just rocking inside the ring. This is just unbelievable.
Harsh still using his backward movement to negate the explosive attacks of Zoramchhana. He's making Zoramchhana miss a lot more now with his head movement. He's built in a lot more head movement. So what has changed after the first 2 rounds is you see Harsh start to use a lot more head movement. In the first round, if you saw, it was just a pendulum-like forward and backward movement that Harsh was using. And now you see a lot more head movement. He's slipping a lot more. Oh, that landed.
But you look,
That
look at
Zoramchhana cross
his
landed
counter-punching
flush.
ability is amazing. He's so comfortable with his opponent capitalizing on openings, and everything he gets is just utilizing that.
Zoramchhana, nice and easy now. He seems to have worked off a lot of the initial game stress he had put on himself. He's a more relaxed now.
He's appealing. He's very strong. He comes to be a very strong athlete. Inside the ring, especially when there's a newcomer like this, 18 years old, playing a pro boxing, which is really fantastic.
Zoramchhana has a lot of fitness,
you won't
right?
believe
He's
it,
a
Ranjit.
very fit athlete.
The last fight he had, he took his opponent 8 rounds, and that was judges' unanimous decision, and he was declared as the winner. And I'm sure he's going to take his opponent to all the rounds here. This is going to be a fantastic fight night. Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Super Fight Series 3.
I'm really impressed with Harsh here. He's made quite a few adjustments here. You see, he's kind of figured out a pattern that Zoramchhana seems to have. You see, he's using a 1, 2, 3 quite frequently, right? And now you see, as soon as he sees that 1 and 2 come, now down to 3. What's the difference? Very impressive for a young athlete. Make adjustments for all. Again, 1 and then both, right? The 3 will I can't quite feel them. But I can see that when Zoramchhana has gone and talking to him about that right hook, because the right hook is missing a lot at this point. Right? There has to be an adjustment made. Without a force of getting so many hooks that he puts a lot into that hook. That's a lot of energy down the drain. Absolutely. If it doesn't land a certain percentage of the times.
Yeah. Harsh is the epitome of a textbook technical boxer, right? He doesn't rely on his raw power or his brawling instincts. Instead, he brings a measured and a disciplined approach to every bout he comes. Yep.
I think we see the change already. Zoramchhana now starting to use his left hook as well. Early. So he's not now hiding behind that 1-2.
Look at Harsh. His jab is his primary weapon. He's sharp, he's fast, and he's efficient.
Harsh, yes. You see, good combination by Harsh. Zoramchhana having none of it, immediately throwing back a couple of punches. You see, a fighter like Zoramchhana is not comfortable being behind. You know, the moment he sees that a couple of punches has landed from Harsh, you immediately see him push back with a lot more effort and explosiveness.
But I've watched Zoramchhana's fights. He actually controls the aggressive fighters. In this case, I know Harsh is young, he's got a lot of experience, but he's being aggressive in the ring today.
Okay.
Zoramchhana is using his momentum to land clean counters, right?
The only thing I see happening to Harsh right now defensively is he started holding his chin up a little bit. Yep. It's a little bit of a worrying problem to have, because now this actually makes Zoramchhana is throwing a lot of left hooks. if any of them land on his chin, it can put him out. I think this could be a little bit of a technical glitch which is happening, or maybe he is too tired at this point, or beginning to feel tired. He's holding his chin up at this point.
Looks like he's taking a step back. Looks like he's a little bit tired, not because exhausted, because of the pressure in this arena. I can't believe we are already fully loaded in this arena, Sunburn.
One of the aspects which would make Harsh tired at this point is, you see, Zoramchhana consistently is operating from the center of the ring. And it's a small ring, which means this burns a lot of nervous energy for the person who's defending, because they're having to take these lateral steps, consistently having to be aware that they don't have space behind them. They're on the ropes behind them. And Harsh, believe me, does not want to be on the ropes against somebody like Zoramchhana, because this is a high energy fighter who's going to go in and immediately take advantage of Harsh being on the ropes. You see, the moment now,
Harsh is very defensive.
losses and 2 draws.
Absolutely.
Right?
Unlike many other fighters who fades after the explosive start. But if you look at Harsh, actually becomes more dangerous in the later rounds, right?
Okay,
and thanks to all his energy, like he's very strategic when he's coming to planning in the boxing ring.
Looks like his corner has advised him of some changes.
Absolutely. His footwork remains sharp. His punches are, crisp.
Harsh started the round stepping into Zoramchhana. This is a change that from what we have seen in the last 2 rounds. He's now beginning to step into Zoramchhana at times, but Zoramchhana not liking that, not wanting to be in the back foot.
I'm seeing some sort of pressure on Zoramchhana's face. You look at that.
Right now he's throwing a lot of, that was almost a sucker punch, a really hard punch, right? And
like I said, he's always got to come back, and he does a lot of mid-fight adjustments, and that's Harsh for us.
Yeah, Harsh is now baiting Zoramchhana a bit. I mean, you see him open his guard a little bit, show his head up. It's almost like he wants Zoramchhana to go for his head, and that should create openings. Zoramchhana back to taking the center of the ring, and Harsh has to be careful here. Beautiful footwork from Harsh. Goes in and out in a different angle.
Whoa!
This is beautiful work. Harsh has really amped up his
in a quick interview, I was just asking Harsh, who influences you? He said Muhammad Ali. And
float like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
And he trains 3 times in a day. 3 times in a day, morning, afternoon, and evening.
If the person has turned pro at 18,
absolutely,
you can believe that he puts in a lot of hours into his boxing.
And he truly believes in hard work and not on the plan. He really believes in the hard work.
That's clear here. He has very good reflexes. Zoramchhana is fast, explosive, and he's handled him quite well to this point. And now You see him using a lot more lateral movement. His footwork has gotten. Ooh, both landed there. Both landed. Zoramchhana has also made adjustments. You see now that his stance has gotten wider. This means that he plans to strike a lot harder. You should see him, and again another cue you see is the guard has dropped down. So when the guard is down, what it means essentially is that, of course, it's risky from a defensive perspective, but it's going to create two advantages for the boxer. One, he's going to be able to hit from quite different angles there, right? And two, he's also going to be with a wide stance, and the low guard is going to allow very strong punches to be landed.
Strategic when he's coming to planning in the boxing ring. Looks like wanting to be.
Now, one thing that holds Harsh down at this point is he doesn't seem to have the power advantage here. While he's landed a few punches, they don't seem to be having too much of an effect on Zoramchhana. Right? Zoramchhana seems to be taking those punches well. And now, as we enter the last round here, we have to see how they cue this up.
People watching
the
this on YouTube,
lot of
here's what you
respect
gotta do. Pick up
offered.
your phone, use the chat box, put in your comments here. Who's going to be the winner? Who's your favorite here? Come on, we need some action.
Rahul throwing everything at Zoramchhana in this last round. He's come out with intent here.
How's been the fight so far?
Harsh.
Who do you think is dominating so far? Use your
That hook really landed.
Put in your comments there.
There was a shower of sweat which came our way when that hook landed.
Absolutely.
Oh, another! Zoramchhana beginning to land his left hook splash at this point.
It's a deciding round, and they need to come back and show what's that they got it.
Zoramchhana, this change is now really showing. You see, he's throwing less punches now, but there's a lot more strength and intent in those punches. And when those land, I tell you, Harsh will feel it.
He's already feeling the pressure.
Oh, again! Harsh's defense is
not able to
really going down.
Or interpret what is happening on the stage, but
You see,
he's already going through pressure.
Yeah, Harsh actually came in with a lot of intent in this round. You know, when he actually started throwing so many punches, his defensive acumen took a little bit of a backseat.
Absolutely, yes.
And that opening is actually being used by Zoramchhana to land strong punches. You see, he's now sitting down into his punches, wider stance, low guard, and he's really throwing. Oh, Rahul, sorry, Harsh landed a right hook there. But it was landing those shots.
Is technically simply superb. His jab is quick, and he controls distance, and he sets up his combinations.
Zoramchhana throughout the match has generaled and marshaled the center of the ring.
Yes,
and that is always something that gets you points in the judge's eyes.
Absolutely. If you take a step back, you just look at Zoramchhana. He's still sticking to his fundamentals. Don't you think that? How he started the first round, and we are in the sixth round. You look at him, you look at his strategy.
In many ways, I would agree with you, James. So, for example, that in and out movement, that explosiveness has continued throughout the fight. But I feel he's made a change in the width of the stance. And while he started it with high volume and, that being the focus, towards the end of the match, you see him focus on more powerful strikes, right? So, there's a lot more hooks coming in now. And that could be an adaptation to a change in strategy by Harsh Saroha as well.
Brilliant showdown.
What
guys.
a wonderful match. This has been a good technical match. Both fighters going the distance.
I really want to take this moment to appreciate Kamal and Rani for bringing up these fighters. What a line of fighters we got tonight, ladies and gentlemen. These are our young fighters India can think of, and we have a bright future for Indians. And the boxers we have here is simply superb and killing it every step they keep here.
I don't feel that we have any younger. Such a promising fighter. I mean, to take the pressure from somebody like Zoramchhana for 6 rounds, irrespective of the outcome of the fight and who wins it, there's a lot to be proud about.
I agree with you. While the judges are tabulating, audience who are watching us on YouTube, do not miss this opportunity. Use the comment section. Put in your comment and tell us who's going to be the winner. What do you think?
We have the decision now.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 6 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judge Kevin David scored about 60-54. Judge Interior scored about 60-54. Judge Sanjay Singh scored about 58-56 for your winner by unanimous decision. Zora!
Ladies and gentlemen, as we said, and the winner